This is it. We're leaving today. We are going on a 13.5-hour trip to Germany. Now, if you remember back in December, we actually went to Germany to hang out with Grail and go to Essen Motor Show for Vlogmas. Let me tell you, that was a really fun time. And meeting the Grail guys and hanging out with them and getting to know them made me realize just how cool and how special the whole team is. Now I have Grail's exhaust on my Supra and my M4 out front that you will see in a second. After talking to them and telling them my plans for this year, they were like, we want to be a part of your channel for a very long time. And they said, we want you to come out again in the summertime to experience Germany and the nice weather like we have right now. And then I was like, hey, my best friend Remy has a 720S that he's rebuilding, and he definitely needs an exhaust for that car. If you set him up with an exhaust and everything, he starts repping the brand, do you think he could come with me as well to Germany? And they said, let's do it. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. That's right, my best friend Remy and I, someone you also probably watch on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all the other platforms, are going to Germany to spend time at the Nurburgring, go to Monaco, and of course, hang out with Grail, who has an SVJ 812 Superfast 992 3RS and so many more cars. So let's get a cold start on the Jeep and head to the airport. This is gonna sound gnarly. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Now, yes, we are not taking a car. Air freighting a car to Germany there and back is, I believe, over $30,000. And I don't have that kind of money. However, Grail did say if I do end up getting an Aventador by the end of the year, that's on the vision board, they would consider air freighting the car there and installing their new V12 exhaust on my car and air freighting it back in time for SEMA. So that means you gotta work really hard, and that means that if you aren't subscribed yet, please do. It's free. That could help us get to that goal of an Aventador before SEMA, and maybe we'd be able to drive that Aventador on the Nurburgring. All right, we're at the airport, and of course, I'm early and Remy's late. Remy is always late, so I guess I gotta wait for him. I found him.
What up, baby?
You look like a mushroom. Through TSA? The plane is just now showing up. We were supposed to take off in 10 minutes. It's okay, we have a 3-hour layover. Now when you're flying to Germany, they are 9 hours ahead of us, which means we have to get used to their time schedule. So what Remy and I are doing is we're gonna stay up as long as possible and then sleep on our long flight to Germany, and then technically we'd be waking up at noon in Germany time, which is not terrible, which will like eliminate a lot of jet lag. Hopefully it works. We're gonna be very tired in our Seattle layover. All right, looks like we're about to board. Someone just came up to me and said they watched the videos, and they dead stared at this guy, looking like that. Of course I didn't recognize him. He looks special.
I am special.
In more ways than one. All right, time to go to our connecting flight. Remy is very hungry, and our last flight was delayed by like 2 hours, and we got like 35 minutes to get to our next flight.
We don't eat before this 10-hour flight.
They give you food on the flight. Calm down.
A little cracker.
All right, it's not steak and eggs like you're used to. In front of you is $34 in food, and that's just me. Your burger and fries are $22. Every time I fall asleep, I hear
Just running laps. We're just gonna do one of these, right? Just a little.
You ever been to Germany before?
Yes. Actually?
For what? For what?
I've been out of the country several times.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't. This is his first time. He's trying to act cool on camera. He's never been to Germany. He's never actually been out of the country. So you see, Remy, the license plates here are different than in America. They're like longer and like more skinny. There's a lot of stuff I'll show you around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That. First cool car of the trip, aside from the Mercedes, of course. M3 competition wagon. Something we do not have in the States. Got some snacks. They were playing copyright music in the gas station, but we got, this is some of the best water you can get in Germany, apparently. We got sweet chili pepper chips. Remy got paprika. Curious to see what those taste like. And then I'm pretty sure we don't have this in the US. It's white peach Red Bull. I could be very wrong. Very wrong. Well, welcome to Grail. This is where the M4 and the Supra exhaust were built. This is wild. Look at all the materials. Everything made in Germany. That's crazy.
Over the last 5 years since we are existing, we are invested every euro that we earned into new people, new machines, new technologies to reach the level where we are now.
Grail's only 5 years old.
Yeah, 5 years.
That's crazy.
Imagine what's gonna happen in 10, bro.
5 years.
That's nuts. And they're just in Germany. When you guys get, like, this is 5 years of just being in Germany.
Yeah.
When you go to SEMA and you do all the stuff in the US and then you tap into the US market too, another 5 years.
Could be fun.
Could be fun. Now we're gonna go over to their second warehouse. This is crazy. We're gonna come back here and Remy's gonna actually build his 720 exhaust. But that's gonna be after the Nurburgring and the crazy road trip that we have planned and everything else. This is a new exhaust or just
new development.
C63 wagon. We don't have this in the States. Nothing like a Gold V8. Then this is Patrick's. Well, this is one of Patrick's cars. And that style of wheel is gonna be very similar to the style that we're getting on the C7, but it's gonna be a different color. And then over here, I never thought I'd say this, but a C63 Black Series is officially on the list of cars I want. I used to say the only AMG I'd want is the AMG GTR, but after seeing this car in person, looks so much better than any regular C63. It is wild. I don't know how much they are. I'm guessing they're around $80,000 to $90,000, which is a lot for a Mercedes, but that thing is sick. Okay.
That is another
future car,
location.
G82. All right, this is their other spot. This is where they keep all the goods. Look at all the storage they have. And then this is Patrick's 812. Used to be red, now it's purple with yellow accents. There's the bus from Essen right in the corner. Wow, I need something like this one day when Schneider Days gets bigger and I have a lot more cars too for the channel. Imagine being able to fill up a space this big. That's the dream. It's no C606, so it's not gonna be that loud. It's gonna be probably loud.
Remy, I wouldn't stand there. I would recommend doing that.
Now imagine that screaming by us in the next video. It's gonna be crazy. How tall are you, Patrick?
190 centimeters. This is something I think around 6 foot or whatever it is in beaver tails in your country. I don't know.
You know, I'm 6 foot. You're taller than me. You're like 6'2". Okay.
Like this way. Go with your first. And take the legs.
Look at that.
And then it's okay. It's not comfortable, but okay. Should we fire it up?
Go ahead. Let's hear it. I haven't ridden in one of these cars in so long. We're gonna be driving this car in the Alps. That's dumb. Ow. Yeah, last time I rode in this car, I had 300 followers and it was in LA. A lot has changed since then.
You're passing 3 guys in a BMW, too quick, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You're passing them by in an SVJ, 3 guys will call the police.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned where we were going. We kind of just like hopped places because I got so excited about seeing Patrick's new car. We're at the Nurburgring right now. And as you can see, there are a lot of cars. Remy.
That's my car.
Where are we right now? Now this video isn't gonna end today, it's gonna end tomorrow because we still got to get on the ring. We're at the ring. We're not gonna get on it today, we're gonna get on it tomorrow. And you haven't gotten a ticket in this car yet.
No, not yet, but maybe soon.
The 9923 RS is like a Honda Civic at the Nurburgring. There's so many of them.
It is.
All right, so we parked. We're waiting for Grail's 9923 RS to get here. We're gonna leave the SVJ and the STO here. Remy and I are gonna do a little walk around and find some more cars. Only AMG I would own aside from the C63 Black Series now. AMG GTR. This green is wild.
Look at how expensive this car is.
CCA50? It's the new one, isn't it? Oh my God, it's the new Aston too. And a Valkyrie. It's a Valkyrie. Those are the car's mirrors. The car does not have mirrors. He has cameras for mirrors. Yes, go absolutes. Blue carbon, Agera R. What is this place?
Look at the GTR. Can we get closer, do you think, over there?
I think we could get closer. Let's work our way. Bro, we're gonna get to see these do laps tomorrow.
I'm gonna drive one.
Now, for legal reasons, we cannot drive on the track tomorrow because of insurance and all that. We will be able to ride in the cars tomorrow. And then we're gonna do some driving, don't worry, but it won't be on the Nurburgring, sadly. One day though we will. One day we will make it happen, but yeah, it was practically impossible to not drive our own cars on the ring and get insurance. So it was already very expensive for Grail to get us here and do all this. Thank you so much, Grail. Let's go ahead and see Grail's 992 and then...
Oh, that's here right now, isn't it?
Yeah, and then head back to the hotel.
I don't understand.
We are broke.
So
our
broke.
supercars ain't
Are
nothing. Well, I think it's gonna end off day one. We will see you tomorrow. We have Grail's Porsche. It landed, so we get to ride some cars tomorrow.
The next day.
Well, good morning, Germany. Probably don't want to say that any louder with the window open because it is 7 a.m. and our next door neighbor also has their window open. Well, it is time to head to the Nurburgring, and today we actually get to ride on the Nurburgring. Arguably, probably one of the most anticipated things I've ever had happen in my life as far as cars are concerned. If you ask any other car guy if you want to ride in some crazy supercars on the Nurburgring, they would definitely say that's not just something they want to do, that's also their dream to do. So Remy and I have the privilege of participating in a car guy dream right now. Also, Remy has a separate room. This bed is just for me.
We slept together.
We did not. No, we did not.
Jake had a little nightmare. I came over.
Now, since Germany is 9 hours ahead of where we live and where we typically post videos, last night I was uploading until 2:30 in the morning on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. Now I'm uploading right now, and this will be the last upload of the day until it becomes midnight again. And over here we have the YouTube video on the M4 train horns about to go up. Also, hotel Wi-Fi in Germany is a lot better than US Wi-Fi from a hotel, but it is still really bad. That video has taken over 4 hours to upload. Look who it is. Guten Tag.
Yeah, 130.
You can make here. The tires are kind of. No, it's winter tires, so they don't have the grip. So
St. Patrick is hungry.
when you hear the tires, you know you have a little bit too much speed.
Just like that, with Patrick's very fast driving, we have made it to Nurburgring. Well, the first thing we need is food because we're dying, and then we can drink a Red Bull and have some energy.
It's gonna be a long day.
Well, we just found out all the food is closed.
For a couple hours, yeah.
For a couple hours, and we also got here way too early.
2 hours too early. We didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m.
Which means we don't eat for a while. Remy's geeking right now.
The daddy to my car.
gonna take the Porsche on the other track. And that car is built very well for this kind of stuff. I wasn't holding my ears at all on that one. Absolutely wild car. One day. We're just walking around filming other videos on our phones and stuff, and we come across this thing. Bugatti Bolide that is actually being driven. This car is like, I think it's like 5-6 million, right? 5-6 million, maybe 7-8, it could be more. All right, well, all the hypercars are starting to go on the track. This is wild. We look behind us. I really hope you're having fun watching this because I'm having fun filming it right now. Future car right here, SB. I love the SVJ and I love riding in Patrick's SVJ, but something about the SB is just, one day I will have an SB. We still haven't eaten breakfast and we've been up since 6. So we're gonna get some food and then we're gonna hit the big track. Those burgers look so good. 10 euros right here, not $24 at an airport. And this was a million times better.
That's $10 ever spent.
10 euros, so it's like 14 US. Still, not $22. All right, finally in a car with AC, and we are driving through the town of Nurburgring, and there is the castle. And like Patrick mentioned earlier, the ring is named after the castle, which is also the town. So this is pretty cool, but we are on our way to go hop in the 3 RS and a BMW 240i, I think. I'm gonna ride in the 240i the first time, and then we'll swap. Remy's gonna be in the 3 RS. The 240i though is going to be the most intense out of the two because the gentleman driving that car has done 5,000 laps, 500 laps?
Roundabout.
Yeah. Which one?
5,000.
Okay, that's a lot of laps. 5,000 laps, and the track is 22 kilometers long. You do the math on that. That's a lot of kilometers. The thing that's super crazy to me is there are a lot of people here that actually recognize me and watch the videos. I don't know how many people in Germany watch the videos, but if you do, I really appreciate it. It's crazy having people recognize me in a completely different country. I just want to say that. That's super cool. BMW individual Java green on an M4. I've only seen it on an M3. That is wild. Now that we're not surrounded by hypercars and supercars, it's a lot easier to appreciate cars like that, because back home, even cars like that don't even exist. One moment we're in an X3M, next moment we are in an M2. This is not an M240. You thought it was a 240.
I thought it.
Show them the car real quick.
I thought it was a 240. No, it even says. It even says 235 in the back.
Okay, this is 235.
It says 235.
They needed the trunk from a 235, but this is S55 M2 competition. It's completely gutted. This is gonna be fun. Let's see what this is like. We're waiting for Grail to get right behind us. Here they come. Okay, this feels like a roller coaster. Yeah, we went to Patrick. We already lost Patrick. Oh, right here. GT3 crashed. That's insane. That was a lot of fun. That was
Track is
crazy.
closed.
Track's closed now.
Red flag.
That's because of the crash.
More crash.
Just like that, track's closed. Good thing we were able to get on. Quick stats for you while I try and figure out where Remy and Patrick went. The fastest lap ever done on the Nurburgring by a production car was 6 minutes and 29 seconds. And this man has done it 7 minutes and 30 seconds in this car, right?
Yeah.
In an S55 M2. And that's 7 minutes and 30 seconds. The Nurburgring is 13 miles long. So you do 13 miles in 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's not straight whatsoever. That is absolutely mind-boggling to think about. Now, I did get the numbers wrong. This gentleman has done 8,000 laps on this track, and 1,100 of them have been with this car. I'm very happy I got to ride in this car though, because the track did close because of the accidents and the car breaking down. So I don't know if we'll be able to ride in the 3 RS. If we don't, it's okay, because the fastest I think we're gonna be able to go on this track is going to be with that gentleman in that car. I think I made the wrong and the right decision riding with him first. Wrong decision because we might not be able to go with the Porsche anymore because the track's closed. Right decision because that was definitely a lot faster than Patrick could go into 992. This guy has done 8,000 laps.
8,000 laps.
8,000, 1,100 laps on that car alone. That's wild. All right, track is now open, and this time I am riding with Patrick.
Yes,
Patrick has only had maybe, how many laps on this track?
I would say in total maybe 8 laps on my own.
So this gentleman has done 1,000 times more laps than you.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
But it's going to be very interesting to see which car feels the best. Obviously the driver makes a big difference, but also a car, especially with how much downforce the GT3 RS has, it's going to be very interesting to compare the two. All right, let's get going. This car feels good. Yeah, this car, it's not as like aggressive. Like, it's taking the turns a lot nicer, if that makes sense. The M2 is like very jolty and abrupt. This car, like, with all the active DRS, it's so much like, it's like wanting to hit these hard. 245 kilometers right there. This is the dream right here. Being on the Nurburgring in a 992 3 RS for your second time ever. The brake feeling on this car is a lot better than the M2.
Okay, now we get taken over by some crazy guys. My ego when a Porsche GT3 RS is overtaking me, but at least, you know, with just 10 rounds of road knowledge, you're like, yeah.
Nah, yeah,
We did some of the corners totally wrong, and we're like, okay, we have to end it. No, we cornered too early, we should have stayed longer on the outside, but that comes with experience.
That comes with experience and like just knowing how this track reacts. Wow, that was fun. All right, out of the two cars, which one did I prefer? I honestly liked the feeling of this one. This one was like ready to go throughout like, all the corners. The M2 was track built and like was a lot more rough. This one was a lot smoother. As a passenger, this felt better to ride in. Maybe as a driver it'd be a little different because like when you feel the road as a driver, it like doesn't make you as sick, but this car is mental. And the fact that it's like bone stock, aside from like the Grail exhaust, of course, this is just insane. One of the best street legal track cars money can buy. And we're taking this to the Alps. We were gonna originally go to Monaco, but then since the weather is so nice, we have a change of plans and we're gonna take this car, the A12 and the SVJ to the Alps and enjoy 5 days of driving in some crazy roads. Let's see what Remy prefers. All right, Remy, passenger in the Porsche or the M2? What are you picking?
I don't know.
I know, right? It's crazy.
I'm actually so nauseous right now. I'm about to throw up. I'm not even joking.
Patrick and I just went on a random side quest to try and see if we can get new tires. I think these tires are fine. I don't know what he's talking about. Like, he's not on wires yet. We stopped at Manti to see if they had some tires, and to our surprise, they are sold out of tires that would fit a 992 3 RS. Maybe that's because 30% of the 9923 RSs
Population
ever
of the
made
world.
are here today and probably all need tires. Now, if you're looking at me, I'm kind of tired right now, and I could get an energy drink, or I can just drive this. I think I choose that. Now we're gonna keep it chill. We're not gonna do anything dumb. Last thing we want to do is go to German jail. I haven't driven one of these cars in a very long time. Oh my gosh. This is the best part of this trip. I know it might not be the best part of the trip for you, but definitely is for me. How's it going?
Eine Verkehrskontrolle.
I only speak English.
English. Traffic check. I need your driver's license and the documents from the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And please turn it off.
Of course. Driver's license. Where's the paperwork for the car?
At the company.
At the company?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also grundsätzlich.
I just got pulled over already. It hasn't been like 2 minutes. Well, we now have a title and thumbnail of today's video. Getting pulled over in Germany. She seems nice though. She does seem nice. My heart's pounding. One, because of the car, and now because there's like 7 cops around me right now. Patrick's just smiling right now. At least everybody's loving it. Oh look, it's either we're getting a good picture or a bad picture right now. It's one of the two. Oh, she has my driver's license. She's looking at it. It's valid. It's legal. And I don't have any warrants for my arrest or anything like that. So we should be fine. I jinxed it though. I jinxed it. I said we don't want to get pulled over and go to German jail. And 30 seconds later we get pulled over. All right, voices are starting to be raised. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's talking to me at all. She's only talking to Patrick because this is his car.
So the situation is like this. The fine for not having the license plate is 60 euros.
Yeah.
Normally we can't pay it because we're just allowed to pay fine until 50. So normally we would now get a letter and then pay it later. But since it's related to you because you have driven the car, you have to pay it in cash now. So they will now have to make a document which will take us, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then you have to pay 60 euro. And since you don't have 60 euro, now you have 60 euro, then you're paying this nice lady with the money after she has made the paperwork, and we will figure that out later.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. I think I saw the plate fall off like 10 minutes ago.
Do you have an ID card?
That is my ID card.
That's a driver's license.
That's a form of ID in the US. That's all we have.
Okay. And your address?
I did just recently move into a different house, so I can give you the new address if you want that.
Yes.
Yeah? Do you have a pen or paper? You ready? Oh, okay.
Write it down.
Yes, ma'am. Here you go, ma'am. What did he say? I didn't understand. What did he say?
So they were just worried about the license plate.
Oh.
And nothing else.
Do we like push it the next half mile so they don't hear it?
We pay the fine. We can then get a letter that we have to install the license plate when we get home, which we will do, of course, after the Alps. And so we now pay the 60 euro, and pretty sure then we are free to go. And then I would say we can make 3 crosses and be happy that we still are able to drive the car.
Are you sure you can afford the 60 euro?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Alright, should be any minute now, and then we're gonna give her 60 euros, and we're gonna start the car up in Strada and leave in Strada.
You have to sign here.
A hearing?
Yes, that's a hearing. That you have drive the car without the plate.
Okay, do I have to go to court or something? Do I have to go to... No?
We're just accepting the fine and you're paying the money.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
can sign without any problem.
Okay. So sign right here?
Sign, and here.
Ja and ja?
It's not like in the US where they pull you to court.
I was like, I'm not flying back.
Yeah,
Right here? Oh.
and another 5.
Wait, what?
Now you're done. Yeah.
85 euro?
Yeah, it's increasing.
Why?
The tolls and the fines.
85 euro.
Ooh. What do I do with this? Do I like frame this?
You can frame this in the US.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Pay the 85 euro. We're in Strada. Let's get out of here before they hear the exhaust a little more. car is so loud even in Strada. Not gonna lie, I'm a little shaky. But I mean, who wouldn't be? I'm in a $600,000, $700,000 car and I got pulled over in a different country. But at least I don't have to go to court, the car isn't impounded, and we're not in jail. Well, now we are finally going where we were wanting to go from the very beginning, the gas station. This whole situation took so long that Patrick is going to pick up Remy in the 3RS, and I picked up Tobias.
Hi.
You will recognize him if you've watched the Vlogmas series video where we went to Essen Motor Show. He's my passenger princess now, and we're gonna get gas and go with the wind from there. 115 euros later, we are at a full tank. I don't know what that conversion is to US dollars, but we'll pull off and find out in a little bit. Next stop though is the meetup with Remy and Patrick. And on another note, the gas, after converting everything to dollars per gallon, roughly $131 to fill up this car. It was 17.5 gallons roughly, which means that in Europe, it costs $7.48 a gallon, where in the US, it's like $5.50 where I live, maybe a little less, like $5.30. That's absolutely wild. I love Europe, I love Germany, but I don't love their gas prices. So on that note, I think we're gonna end the video off here for the first 2 days of the Germany trip, just because so much has happened and I don't wanna give you guys an hour to an hour and a half long video. This video, we will be taking this car, the 812 and the 992 3RS to the Alps. And before we even do that, we're also going to completely straight pipe the 992 3RS, because right now it has cats, and in the next video it won't, so it's gonna sound a lot crazier. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. Thank you so much to Grail for setting this up and getting my best friend and I out to Germany. This entire trip has just gotten started. I'll see you guys next time. Drive safe.